You once said that any man that does violence knows he always feels bad afterwards.
Always.
You said you saw it in prison as well. I've never heard anyone actually say that because
Always.
very few people get to do the violence. And we always think it's glorified. It's glorified in movies. Guy punches the guy out, he's the badass, but it doesn't work that way.
No. You're punished by the universe. There's certain things that are wrong, and it's a simple definition. Good or bad, positive or negative, is simply defined as helping or hurting. Done. Nothing else. Did you help that person or did you hurt them? And there's a fucking fine line when you're talking about being a motherfucking coach. So I know Dan knows it. I saw it in the interview last night where he said, where the lady stood up and I saw him cross the line and he felt it. He's like, because he got pissed at her. And she's like, what about my kids? He could have coached her with his dope ass way of coaching right on the line. But that's the problem with being right on the line. Like me and him and other people like that who speak the way we speak, and we're real strong, just alphas who will push that shit. I don't like to call myself an alpha, just someone who's a go-getter. But
why don't you like that term?
I don't like to elevate myself.
Because it glorifies bad masculine behavior that can get you karmic debt.
I don't like that. I don't like to elevate myself. People would think that, but I really am. I don't. When I was in prison, I led by doing more. So I wasn't some dictator who was just telling you what you're gonna fucking do and you're gonna listen. I led by doing more. Like I would ask you to be up at 5 o'clock. I'm up at 2:45. I would ask you to do X amount of workout. I would do more. And the thing is that's how I led. I led by example. I personified the teaching. I got the results so they would wish to learn. People miss that one. People try to teach and they don't realize that the person who they're trying to teach is thinking, I don't wanna be like you. Dan's a powerful teacher because his success.
And people want to be like him.
They want to be like him.
I get people all the time to say, Brian, my kids won't listen to me. My team won't listen to me. And what do you tell them? You say, why? Because they don't want to be like you.
I fucking get at them foul. Like I had someone on my coaching, on my All Access app, where we have a Q&A every weekend. We push each other forward. It's a collective consciousness. It's a growth space. We're all there to grow. It's like-minded individuals there to grow. And the guy said, well, I can't get my 14-year-old nephew to listen to me. I said, I wouldn't listen to you either. And he said, why? I'm like, because you're dropping the fucking ball. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you're not living in a conscious, congruent manner. You're not creating the man you admire. So he doesn't admire you. See how we're all the same? Like I tell everyone what I think the purpose of life is to create the man you admire in every way so you could just give him away. That's the purpose of life. So fuck all the other details. Like I'm working towards it. I dropped all these crazy vices I had. I quit actually committing that just insane violence. And
you quit for 6 years.
Nothing.
Violence.
Yeah, just.
That was hard.
For me, for people think that's stupid, but for me it was.
No, it's not stupid.
And it's but they're like, well, what do you mean? You just fucking quit violence. It's like, but there's people who fucking live that way and people who don't, and people who have never committed no violence, it's hard for them to understand. But then they have a different vice that I try to tell them, okay, well look, the way you act when you're like this, that's like me. Like, so you black out when you're drunk, well, I black out when I'm angry, okay? Right. What the fuck? Can't you understand that?
And so people are listening and they're saying, well, people aren't listening to me, my kids aren't listening to me, my wife's not listening to me. It's because you're not personifying the person they want to be like.
Personify the teaching. So, but otherwise, that's why my channel's successful. I don't give a fuck to say it. I've created what I admire. And in today's society, a lot of people admire a guy with tattoos, with muscles, and who's successful financially. I mean, a lot of people admire that, but fuck that. That was just to lead them in. I had a message, and the message is more important to me. Because I don't go to the gym for fucking muscles. I don't give a fuck about that. I go to the gym to find my answers. I find my answers in that pain zone. I have to go self-inflict that pain on myself to find my answers and reflect. This is our modern way of digging deep within. We don't have to take ayahuasca. We don't have to do all this other stuff. That's one way. That's other people's way. But I would say the only way that's failing is you get so internally, and then so now that's just for you finding your way. So now the point is the other guy in the video would have to create his exterior in a manner that he could teach better. Because how are you going to get through to the people who are superficial? And that's not their fault. We've created them that way with society. How are you going to get through to them if you don't look how they look, dress how they dress, and like all the stuff they like? And you don't have to change who you are within. You just focus on the 1%, and you put out your message, and 10 million people are going to feel you nowadays.